ladies, coming to you with lesson number 4 from Lessons from Eve, inspired out of Genesis chapter 3, about the first woman that ever walked the face of the earth. The Bible called her the mother of all living things, and what she might tell us as women to help us avoid the same fate that she had. If you missed any videos, you can find them on my social media pages. I encourage you to share it, pay attention. This lesson is, I'll even have to admit, one lesson that I'm constantly working on, even in my own life, every single day. And that is this: learn to be content with what you have. It's so easy to fall into covetousness about any little thing. For us women, a lot of times we fall into it about our bodies. Oh, I wish I was shorter. Oh, I wish I was taller. I wish I was this. I wish I was that. I was watching a talk show yesterday and they showed this video of these little girls. They were like 5, 6, 7-year-old little girls. They were beautiful with this beautiful curly hair. And they were talking about how much they hated their hair and they wished their hair was straight. One little girl, she had the cutest little girl, she was just pulling her hair, trying to, I just wish it would go straight, but it won't stay straight. And it hurt my heart so bad because I could totally identify with that thought. Learning to be grateful for what you have. You have hair. Be grateful for it. I just wanted to pick those little girls and up and hold them and just tell them how beautiful they are. Well, that's the same thing Satan does to us. He highlights what you don't have to try and say something is wrong with you. He did it with Eve. Eve woke up to a man, home. The man had power, authority. They had a relationship with God. The garden is full of trees that she can partake of. But what does Satan do? He capitalized on that lack of contentment and pointed out, well, yeah, you can eat all of this, but what about this one thing God said you couldn't have? Enough is enough. She fell for it. You don't have to fall for it. You know, one of the things that I learned was to help me get through this is whenever I'm focusing on every little dot, you know, we can do this real good in the mirror. Get in the mirror. I used to just like run past the mirror so I didn't have to look. Until I really just recognized, like, listen, I may not like this or maybe that, but how about I change my approach and I say, you know, I thank you, Lord, I have arms. I thank you, Lord, that I do have hair, whether I purchased it or whether I bought it or whether I permed it or whether I straightened it or whatever your situation may be. I thank you, Lord, I'm still breathing. I thank you, Lord, that, you know, I have aspirations higher than what I am and how I'm functioning right now, but I thank you that you're helping me get to that instead of allowing that covetousness or that lack to open up a hole. What happens is that opens up a hole for a serpent to crawl in. Learn to be content with what you have. Learn not to focus on what you think you don't have and be grateful for all the things that you do have. You're beautiful. God didn't make any mistakes when he made you. There is nothing like a woman. Do not let the world's preferences or other people's preferences define who you are. Learn to be content with just how beautiful you are and what you have now, and know that God has higher paths for you. And if you stick with him, you'll get there. Lessons from Eve.